Question 75, Deputy Maurice Quinlivan.
The question is basically about the number of voids in Limerick. What the council are telling me they don't have funding to do, and your department is continuously saying there's money there. So, Minister, might explain why there's 70 plus houses in Limerick City vacant at the moment.
Minister.
Waiting refurbishment.
Thanks, Nicola. My department does not keep data on the number of vacant or void local authority houses waiting for project at any given point in time. Statistics in relation to social housing, including the number and percentage of total local authority dwellings that are vacant, are compiled with the National Oversight and Audit Commission on its annual reports and performance indicators in local authorities. As Deputy will be aware, there will always be a number of vacant social housing homes at any given time, and this figure will change on an ongoing basis as the turnover of social housing stock is continuous. All local authorities, however, are actively encouraged to ensure that all vacant properties are brought back into use as expeditiously as possible. In relation to Limerick, my department has approved some 70 properties for funding under the VIDE programme this year. That money has been approved and it hasn't been drawn down yet for those properties. So again, you're the second person to say that Limerick have said they can't get money for VIDE programmes, but that money has been approved. I also understand that a claim for funding in respect of the work carried out is to be submitted by Limerick City and County Council shortly, and my department is liaising with the Council in relation to any additional funding requirements it may have. It is now a matter for the Council to progress the refurbishment allocation of the homes involved. Again, a letter was sent, I think, in the middle of September to all local authorities to encourage them, any voids they had, to bring them forward and have them, if they had them fixed up and in use before Christmas, we would certainly be able to fund them as well. So, on top of their allocation, top of the work that was done, they were also told to do more and bring in more, and many are doing that as well. So, if there's any confusion there, I'm happy to clarify it, and if we need to again engage local authority, but we do that on a regular basis, and I'm quite sure that local authority are aware of this, that there is money, but if you need clarification of it, I'm happy to provide it for you in writing as well. But we're very clear to Limerick County Council, and they know this, there is money there for voids, because we don't want properties left idle as well. In addition to the VIDE programme, Limerick City and County Council is also actively engaged in social housing delivery, more generally, including under the main capital investment programme and the regeneration programme as well. And they've also been very proactive in the repair and leaseback scheme, and I visit a lot of the houses they brought back that they did purchase that were vacant, and they've restored them. I think there's over 23 properties in the last couple of months as well. Some of them have been an excellent success, and Limerick are probably leading the charge in that scheme as well.
Thank you, Minister. Deputy Quinlivan.
Minister, thanks for your answer. There's a confusion there then, obviously. So you're saying that there's no problem with the money. Limerick Council are telling me, and they told me on a number of occasions, and I'll quote what they actually say, we're waiting for approval from the department to revoid houses. I have a list here of 70 houses, Minister. I know there's always going to be vacant houses. Nobody's disputing that fact. Here's 70 that are in the metropolitan area, boarded up. There's other houses that have been allocated to people, but they can't move in because there's no funding to do them up. Even they're not on this list of 70, so that's actually more houses than that. I know one family were allocated a house a year and a half ago. Another family were allocated a house in March of this year. Still haven't moved into that house. Your department officials were in Limerick in 1st of August and visited those two houses themselves, and still no work is taking place in those houses. So there is a problem, Minister. If you're saying the money is being, there's no problem with the money being allocated to the council, then the problem is, what is the problem, Minister? So the council are telling me they don't have money, you're telling me there's no problem with the money coming down, the houses are boarded and vacant, and people aren't occupying them. There's 70 plus families in the Midwest region, the bulk of them would be in Limerick City. That's the problem that people see. They see the boarded up houses, they see their own families in hotels. These are in areas, Minister, that people would cut their arm off to live in, and I just, you need to cut through what's going on here. It seems to be a lot of bluster and bluff that you're saying money isn't the problem, and Limerick Council are telling me they don't have the money to do it.
Again, Deputy, I certainly engage with the local authority to see what the issue here, if there's any confusion, but there's no confusion in my point of view. We very clearly wrote to every local authority in September to ask them to bring forward any additional voids they had, if they could complete the work on them by December the 14th, and that will be covered under the budget as well. There will be over 1,800 voids replenished this year as well. Specifically, you mentioned the figure 70, and I can confirm to you that the funding was secured for 70. It hasn't been drawn down yet, so maybe there's some issue there we'll look at as well. But the property shouldn't be vacant, families shouldn't be waiting. In addition to that, there was an additional 700,000 funding committed only in the last couple of months for 9 other properties as well that are being refurbished. And again, they've done quite well with the repair leaseback scheme. So there is something wrong if there's vacant properties. There shouldn't be. And if there's any confusion, I'm happy to get heads together and sort out, because the funding is there, and I can't be any clearer than that. And we want the money spent. We want people in these properties, because there was no excuse for any long-term voids anymore. There'd always be some cases where voids would be empty for a couple of months, you know, the house had been refurbished, but there's no excuse for long-term voids or houses that were allocated a year and a half ago, and that's something we'd certainly deal with as well.